Hello everyone, I'm Ashley and this is The Remix. And today I want to talk about living your life how you want to live it and not bowing down to other people. Just be yourself all the time. Be authentic as possible all the time. We got a baby screaming in the background. Shout out to my son. Anyway, also I'm going to try today. I went on vacation recently to California. Some of you might have seen my Disneyland post. But anyway, I carried everything with me in this little bag, like this size, this small. And so I'm going to try to have a light and easy summer approach to my makeup. And if I can't fit it in this bag, I'm not going to wear it. So I'm going to challenge you guys to try to do that. I haven't been wearing makeup and using tinted moisturizer and lipstick and maybe a little bit of eyes, and it's felt great. So let's jump right into it. Let me get some BB cream on, and we'll talk about how people are trying to control your life, and you need to tell them to stop, to get out. It's not their life, it's your life. So let's do it. There's that old adage from William Shakespeare, I believe, that the world is just a play and we're all actors in it. And this may be really dark, so we'll see. And he's correct, 120%. The people that we see in today's society are no different than high school. If you think about it, our today's actors are really just the theater kids from high school. The varsity jocks are the Tom Bradys of the world. The Bill Gates and Richard Bransons and Jeff Bezos of the world are your nerds that, and the politicians are the student council. And that is how it shakes out. I've recently come to a realization that there's no such thing as the real world. And society standards are completely off base and they're stupid. And I've had to tell myself to quit listening to everything that society tells you. Sort of go against the grain a little bit. Live your life how you want to. Everyone tries to make rules. Well, even simple things. You can't mix the colored clothes with reds or the darks with the lights. Yes, you can. I've been doing it for years with expensive clothes, towels, mix it all in, put it on permanent press, boom. Life hack, problem solved. And I don't know why people feel the need to constantly tell you things. If you have a child or a baby, you know this. You'll get advice from strangers all the time on how you need to raise your child or what you need to be doing or what aren't you doing. And I feel like we all feel like we're in this boat of society and we can't escape it because there's people just constantly in our ears telling us, well, you're not doing this right and you're not doing this right and you don't sleep the proper hours that people are supposed to get up from this time to this time. And if you don't do that, then you're a bad person. Or people are supposed to only take showers at it's ridiculous. And so I started questioning some of these arbitrary rules. And I was like, I'm going to do what makes my life easier and sort of to hell with everybody else. And we're just going to see how this goes. So that's what I've been doing. Pretty much most of my adult life, but I've been focusing on doing that the past month and a half or so. And it's so empowering. You're just like, yep, this is what I'm doing. This is how I do things. This is how I live. And if you don't like it, sorry. Because the reality is more people are focused on themselves. They don't really care about you. They're just going to tell you in a passing moment. They're going to say, hey, you need to fix this. And then they're not going to think about it ever again. And then you're going to go home and you're going to fixate on this thing and be like, oh, maybe I really do need to fix this. Maybe this was really wrong about me. And that person was super right because clearly they have all the answers. So No, those people don't know what they're talking about. You listen to yourself. We as a society have stopped listening to our instincts and our own gut feelings about things, I would say. It's quite a bit, but we can fix it. We've stopped caring what ourselves think and now we care more about what others think. Like, for example, I had a wonderful woman I spoke with that was like, well, I got a new car, but I'm embarrassed to drive it because my neighbor can't afford it and she makes me feel bad. You know what? Forget your neighbor. Who cares what she thinks? If you've worked hard and you've earned the money and that's your new car, regardless however you got it, that's your car. You have the right to drive up and down her street and flaunt it. The fact that you don't do that makes you a decent person, but to not get something just because it might make somebody else feel bad, or to not do something for yourself because you don't want to hurt someone else's feelings, that's borderline ridiculous. That is absolutely insane. And society has gotten us to a point where we have to feel bad for everyone all the time. It's, no matter how hard you work, no matter what you do, no matter if you play the game, you follow all the rules, you never can win, because it is a game and it is a stage and we are all playing parts. So if you're going to play a part, you might as well play you and play the real you, the authentic you. I don't know about y'all, but I respect the hell out of anyone who will tell me like it is rather than sugarcoat it for my benefit or because they think they're being nice. Putting a little shimmer here, guys. You don't want someone just sugarcoating things. And there are all sorts of people out there that are going to take advantage of you and your feelings and try to control your life just based on how they want it to be run in some arbitrary fashion. That is absolutely absurd. If you have good judgment, if you are considered, if you consider yourself to have good judgment, trust your instincts. Speak up at the right moment. That's what's wrong with society these days, guys. People used to say something. I was a child of the 80s. If your child was running amok around some restaurant or a store or something, people would say stuff. They would be like, hey lady, get control of your kid. Or they'd be like, ma'am, excuse me, your child, I don't know if you noticed. Today, people are too afraid to be like, hey lady, your child is doing cartwheels in the shoe aisle. So what happens? Nothing. People just get worse. They assume their children are angels. They're like, oh, my little Timmy. Nobody cared that he was doing cartwheels up and down the aisles at the department store by the expensive shoes. Nobody cared. He's fine. He gets along with everybody. Everybody just loves him. No, they don't. It's because society has stopped telling people. We become afraid to say, hey, what is your kid doing? Get control of the situation. And even as teachers, I know from my former line of work in education, they can't even stand up to parents these days. Parents will take the side of the kids. When did this happen? When I was little, my mom took the teacher's side every single time, or any adult for that matter. You could just be a random adult. And my mother, if you said I did it, she would believe you. So I don't know what's going on with this world today, but I know that you can control it by going against the grain. When you first feel that inkling of, whoop, something is not right, then something is probably not right. And it is our duty to stand up to society and say, hey, this doesn't make sense, or that's not normal, or you need to shut it down. Somebody has got to do it. Don't be afraid to defend yourself or speak your mind. That doesn't mean you have to be mean. Sometimes the situation calls for you to be a little bit more crass and aggressive, but otherwise, you can pleasantly get out of most situations that you encounter. So, I don't know. I just really think that we as individuals need to start taking ourselves back and not letting other people speak for who we are, what we need to do with our lives, how we need to raise our kids, how we need to buy our groceries, how we need to shower, when we need to do it. It's getting absurd. And I'm talking about friends, family members do this, but people on the internet will tell you, oh, you're not doing this properly. If you don't do it exactly the way I do it, then it's null and void. It's no longer correct, which doesn't make any sense at all. At all. Don't always, I guess the best way I can say it is, don't always just go along to get along. Like, some people just follow the crowd, like, okay, I'm just gonna do this and ignore everything and be a good little, lamb, and then maybe no one will say anything. People are gonna say stuff regardless. And I just got back from a trip to California visiting my daughter, and I realized out there that being your authentic self is 100% okay. And you are going to have encounters with all sorts of people from all sorts of walks of life, and that's fine. But you stay true to you. You don't have to bend down to what other people are telling you to do just for the sake of society or what might look nice at the time. Don't go along just to get along. Have a set of core values and principles that you stick to, and everything else is sort of arbitrary. You just sort of take life as you can, because no one has the secret key. No one knows the secret to life. There is no such thing as the real world. And so yeah, hope to see you guys again sooner. And I managed to do all my makeup today in this little tiny bag. So yay, proud of that. Just did a little blush. With the lights, I look really bad if I don't just do a little color. And some lip gloss with some tinted moisturizer. I had my eyebrows re-microbladed darker, so they do not even need to be touched up anymore. I love it. I just went for a straight cocoa look, like a nutmeg cocoa mix. Anyway, fellow alopecians, friends, YouTubers, other people out there in the world, I just wanted to give you all my 2 cents on society and where we stand, and what we can do, at least on our part, to say, no, I'm gonna live my life how I want, when I want, on my terms, because it's my life. So, see you guys later. Love you. Bye.